Namaste and welcome. I'm going to do a little restorative today so that you've got something to use if you need to de-stress or just to feel better about yourself. This is a program designed around menopause and the hormones. So first off, we're going to go to a wall and get ourselves into a pose called legs up the wall. Simple one. But hardest thing about the pose is actually getting into the wall. So you've got a couple of ways. You can actually balance on a bolster, wiggle your bottom in against the wall and come on down. Or you can lay with your bottom on the floor, lift your bottom and put some blankets or a bolster at the wall and under your buttocks and elbows out to the side. You may want to put a little pad over the eyes. And the idea of this one is that you stay for at least 3 to 5 minutes. So we've got the buttocks supported, a little bit of height, which is allowing the lymph to fall down from the legs, pull around the pelvis, and then cascade on down into the lymph in the arms and underneath the chest area, under the collarbone. So make sure that you feel comfortable. If you're uncomfortable in the legs, pretty much that you're too close to the wall, you haven't got the hamstring flexibility to get in that far. So that's all there is to it. You just lay here, put some lovely soft music on, close the eyes, maybe cover them with something, even a blanket you could roll back over. I've got a little blanket just under my neck to tilt my chin down. And as I say, you can pause this video and stay here for at least 5 minutes. And that's that movement. And then we're going to come out. We're going to go into a pose called Cobblers Pose. And here we want to build up underneath our bolster and then have a strap ready. You could have little balls, you could have ball bolsters or 2 blocks, and those are for the knees. So you basically want to put this on around the feet, bring the feet in, match the feet, and then put this on, tighten it up, bring it in, hook it nice and low, get your back right up against the edge, and then lay on down and then tighten the strap. If you need something under the knees, you can put something like cushions, blocks. Lay yourself down. Make sure your shoulders are coming down your back. Put your little eye cover on again. Make sure your elbows are on the floor. Palms softly turning out. Deep breathing in and out. So this particular pose is going to shut off the circulation behind the knees because they're closing off. I've got the feet drawn in close, so the blood and the lymph is not traveling as normal, as slightly restricted, and that means it'll be sending it back up into the reproductive alimentary channels into your organs here. You've got the support behind you to lift your chest. And again, if you feel your neck is not right, play around with the height underneath your head. And relax. So you want to be able to soften with the breath. Let the breath come in smooth and gentle. Deep inhale, long, slow exhalation. Letting the breath out smoothly. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. softening and letting yourself drop in. To come up, bring yourself up onto your elbows, press up onto your palms, undo the strap, loosen it off, and then we're going to come into like a fanned position forward. So again, if you've got any limitations behind your hamstrings or a very tight back, build the bottom up so that you cascade down and forward. Build up the floor in front of you. Put your bolster there. Make sure your legs are straight. If you aren't able to straighten the legs, I would suggest something under the knees just to keep them slightly bent so they're not hyperextending down. And you're folding forward. You may only be here, in which case you might need more props. You might be able to use a small bench or an edge of a coffee table or a chair so that you can come forward and rest your hands on the chair. I'm a little more flexible, so I can come down that little bit further. Just be guided by how your body feels today. And you relax. Inhaling and exhaling. Smooth inhale, long, smooth exhalation. You might even be able to do a normal inhalation and a Ujjayi breath exhalation. So that means we're restricting at the back of the throat and it becomes a more audible noise. It sounds a little bit like this. Inhaling, exhaling. So that it's a bit more raspy. You're restricting at the epiglottis and you're making the exhalation come out through the nose with that slight restriction, so it's not as open through the throat channel. That helps to slow the breath down, make it long, slow and steady. And then again, you might want to pause and stay there for some moments. A good amount of time is 3 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to come into child's pose. So we want to bring this between our legs. Put your big toes together. Bring yourself through. Again, building up whatever you need at the front. If you want to turn your head side on, then you won't need the blanket unless you're building up the gap between you and the ball or the bolster. Or you could turn your head to the side, but I like to keep my head centered and have room for my nose, just to rest my forehead on there. I need to bring something up under my elbows because they're hanging in the air. And then you relax. Making sure whatever you've got there, you're able to release back and relax. Buttocks are supported. So if you find you're not touching your bottom to your heels, heels to your bottom, put something like a block or a cushion behind you so that you can get more contact down. And again, long, slow exhalation, normal inhalation. Perhaps you're doing your Ujjayi breath. This is supported child's pose. So it helps to breathe into your back. It's helping the pelvic organs and down in here. And it's obviously working your spine and your hips. So enjoy. Stay there for at least 5 minutes before you bring yourself up. This one, a little bit simpler. Just going to lay to the side with your feet, Maybe again you need to build up underneath the bolster. Maybe again you need the pillow for your forehead. Take your knees off to one side. Even if you can get the top foot over the bottom arch, and then this is right in against the top of my thigh. You want to turn towards, lift your bottom, turn, and then do like a press up action to get down. First level is looking in the same direction as your knees, and it's a milder turn through the twisting action. Second level is to turn your head away, and now there's more spinal torque and twisting action. So a really nice one for twisting through your abdominal muscles, so you're getting some squeezing of blood flow and lymph through there, squeezing, and as you breathe you'll be getting more a whole lymphatic action going on, so you're getting the pulsations through. So again, probably about 2 or 3 minutes on that side, then bring yourself up, turn your knees to the other side, bring the bolster in against your top of your thigh. First level was looking to the direction of your knees, a little bit harder, looking away and relaxing. So you're getting this lovely spiral action through the spine, twisting and squeezing actions through your abdominals, working on digestion and hormones again. So you're just settling down and finding that nice spot for yourself. All right, and from there we've got the last one. Bring out all of your props. Take these underneath your knees. You have something under your head, a little bit of a pillow. You may want to have something underneath the heels, so you can just support there. And then lay on down. Have your eye bag next to you. Relax, putting your head on the blanket, not your shoulders. Relax, placing this over your eyes for the final relaxation. And again, in a perfect world, you'd stay here for 5 to 15 minutes to totally unwind, totally relax. Letting the knees drop out, letting the belly soften. If you wanted to practice breathing and putting a bit of weight down low, this is on the pubic bone, about the bikini line of my legs, and it will weight the belly and the hips down a little bit more. And you can do a few rounds of deep breathing, slowly inhaling and exhaling. We do this pose after the exercise poses so that you can assimilate all that you've done through the nervous system. This is one of the most relaxing poses known to mankind. This is putting you into your parasympathetic nervous system side of the body, the breathing, and this is where you rest and digest. You're out of that cortisone building stage, so you're no longer holding on and feeling stressed or adrenaline junkie. This is where you just gently allow yourself to drop off. If you fall asleep, that's wonderful. That means you needed it. And at the end of the day, great way to take yourself into a relaxing point, and then you can go to bed and sleep like a baby. So again, you could stay down here, pause, or learn the routine and do it in your own time. I suggest 10 to 15 minutes ideally, just focusing on the breath, closing the eyes, allowing yourself to drop in and feel how good that feels. I'm going to come up, I'm going to leave you here. So again, you roll to the side, use your arms to come up, bring yourself back up to sitting, and then you may either go to bed, do a bit of breathing, relaxation, meditation movements, or simply just sit here and feel the benefits of your menopause yoga program. Namaste.